There are enough of you here that I'm using a microphone. How wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is R.L. Rousey. I have the great good fortune to be able to stand in front of this group and wave my arms around. Thank you for being here today. We have put together a series of songs for the day that I hope will quiet you, or inspire you, or touch you, or make you giggle a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe all of the above. But I'm grateful that you are here. And look, it's a little sunnier than it was a few minutes ago. That's really great. I want to thank the folks here at Our Lady of the Snows. Not only do we have the opportunities to be in this sacred space and share music, and that is not only sacred, but acoustically quite wonderful. But we also have the opportunity to use this space on a weekly basis to rehearse, and we are grateful to the folks here for allowing that to happen. We feel fortunate to make music together. I think we do this because we like the rehearsals, and then the performances are the icing on the cake. So thanks for coming to share cake with us. For folks in the Christian tradition, we are in the middle of Lent, nearing the end of Lent, and about to head into this time of Easter. And last night we had the opportunity, some of us, to share during Mass here, one of the pieces that you'll hear at the end of the concert. And Father Justin talked about the weight of this process of sitting in reflection, knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I realize that not only in the Christian tradition, but in most religious traditions, there is an opportunity to reflect, to sit and to be, and then to look forward to those things that are brighter and lighter, and to have a fuller and richer connection with life as we see it. So we feel particularly grateful to have the opportunity to share these songs during this time of the year. Here are the opening lyrics to the next piece by Craig Cartney. The words say, "Of harmless innocence, the thoughtless tongue which fills the world with sadness, then shall be employed in noblest praise, from earth to heaven." Thank you. It's one of our favorites. We might do that one again. Not right now. There are so many opportunities in our community right now to, number one, be of service, to support the many, many wonderful organizations who make our valley all that it is. I hesitate to mention groups, but groups like the Advocates and the Hunger Coalition. Is this cutting in and out? It sure felt like it was. Okay, I'm going to talk Am I okay if I just do this? Yeah. People in the back, are you okay? Good, I'll use my big voice. Groups like the Advocates and the Hunger Coalition, Mountain Humane, the organizations that look out for us. We have such great opportunities to be of service. And it's part of our mission is to be of service, to reach out into the community, to support scholarships, to encourage music education in our valley, which is vibrant and rich. I am grateful to be a part of that community. We are also a part of a community that is culturally rich. And I want to do a shameless plug for the final performance of Outside Mullingar at the Arthuros this afternoon. How many of you have already seen it? Yes. I recommend that the rest of you try to fit in the door at 7 o'clock tonight. No need to leave early. It's a beautiful piece, and so, hi Jorgen. And so well told. Please go there. There's a line in the play that I saw the show Wednesday night, and it moved me deeply. And I would love to share this line. I'm paraphrasing John Patrick Shanley's words. I am certain that he said it somehow more poetic than I will. But the line that has stayed with me is this: the quiet that surrounds the theme is as important as the thing. I find that to be fascinating as we come into a space to make music. Listen for the gaps. I think they are important. This next piece is by Antonio Vivaldi. Was written around 1700, so it's been vibrating spaces like this for over 300 years. It's based on Psalm 10, and it says, and I boldly paraphrase, "Come and sit with me until I can quiet your enemies." Franz... I'll turn it around so I can pick up your applause. Franz Schubert's setting of the Kyrie was written a bit more than 100 years after the Vivaldi piece that you just heard. The simple translation is, Lord, have mercy. This next work is another one of the contemporary works that we're sharing this afternoon. It's by Dan Forrest, with words by Ralph Waldo Emerson from a poem called Music. And we think that in the middle you may hear a little Downton Abbey. Dick Brightman and I were discussing. I'm not sure who borrowed from who, or whether everyone found some lovely old English tune that they adopted. I'd love to share part of the words with you. We get sort of layered in texture. Here are the words. Let me go where'er I will. I hear the sky-born music still. It sounds from all things old. It sounds from all things young. From all that's fair. From all that's foul, always something sings. It is not only in the rose, it is not only in the bird, not only where the rainbow glows, nor in the song of the woman heard, but in the dark, in the darkest, meanest things, there always something sings. True confessions. This next piece by Mozart is our most challenging piece in the concert. It takes us right to the edge. So regardless of your faith, prayers are welcome. You can pray to every God that we know. We'll welcome those. All of your good energy is with us. Mozart will appreciate it, and so will we. This showed up on my Facebook feed this morning as one of those memories from April 7th, 2013. It says this. This was my post that day. From a conversation with a student about the foundation of great singing comes these thoughts that actually might be a great foundation for a great life. Clear your mind. Stay completely focused on what you're doing right now. Open your body. Allow everything to flow naturally. And breathe fully. Fill the tank with every breath. Not sure why that popped up today. Misericordias Domini. My song shall all be always of the loving kindness of the Lord. With my mouth will I ever be shewing thy truth from one generation to another.
Canta, Domine te.
is our last song coming up. And I wanted to share a couple more thoughts. Once again, our gratitude to our friends here at Our Lady of the Snows and to our friends in the community who continue to support the work that goes on in this chorale. I and all of the folks behind me are grateful. I also want to acknowledge that we have some really lovely people sitting just in front of the chorale. And I'd love to thank Rebecca and Tiffany and Rudy and Ellen and Dorinda. These 5 players, pros in their own rights, are all music educators in our community. Can you believe it? That's so cool. This last piece is called Ubi Caritas. In the Catholic tradition and in the Christian tradition, it is most often performed on Maundy Thursday, on Holy Thursday, during the washing of the feet in that process. Though musicologists have a feeling that this piece came about, this text, this liturgy, came about well before the creation of the Christian tradition, and that it is indeed woven in one way or another into many traditions. And so I find it absolutely appropriate that we would end with this thought this afternoon. I think that's just right. I have a feeling that we know too much about too many people. Their social media, electronic media allows us to know lots. And I have a feeling that at times it's too much. When I was a kid, I could put my foot in the mud, wash my shoe, wash my pants, go home, and have learned my lesson. I fear somewhere along the way that we will become afraid to step in the mud because someone will document it and it will show up 1,000,000 times on everyone's devices, and we will no longer be willing to take the risk that might find our foot in the mud. I think about that. I think about our kids. I would like to think that they still are willing to run by the creek, knowing that one misstep will not alter the end of their careers. This piece says this: where charity and love are, there God is. candidate.